Hello, good day. Welcome to Newspaper Review on Niger Watch. My name is Ima. How are you doing? Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to my Niger Watch family across the globe. Welcome to another newspaper review this fine Tuesday morning. It's threatening to pour heavily here in Lagos, and I tell you, people are so scared right now. The atmosphere is so tense, and this is all thanks to the flood. All thanks to the flood. I can't imagine how people feel. I mean, this weather used to be one of those that Nigerians would say weather for two, but right now this is a weather, and this is one weather that has brought tension. And now it's threatening to rain, and people are scampering. Like, I literally legit have seen people beginning to pack their things because they are scared. It's so dark. It's as dark as or late evening over here. Meanwhile, it's just 10:02 a.m. That is to say that people are living in fear with this flood. This flood is not joke. Is no joke. Is no joke at all. I think the whole flood thing is being on the plate. Is being on the mind, and we need to talk about these things, oh my people. We need to talk about these things. We need to start raising alarm. We need the whole country should be on shutdown right now. All thanks to this flood. It's scaring people now. You see the weather changing, and people are already panicking. And the weather report says they're going to be scattered thunderstorms and threatened rain and all that, but people don't think this is going to be close to being threatened. Welcome, Osageda. Hey, Osageda, how you doing? Welcome. It's good to have you on the broadcast. So apologies to those on the comment section. How are you doing, Osaguvo? Good morning to you. Thank you for being on this broadcast, and I hope that the beautiful Spain is all dry and everything is going on well. Mommy Diaspora, thank you for being here, Mama Dearest. I greet you. Thank you. All right, we're moving to the matter today. But before we do so, to my panelists, thank you. Please, before you click on the link, do well to like this broadcast, and you watch it. Please do well to like this broadcast. Thank you very much. Invite someone also and share this broadcast for us. Thank you very much. Grace Imafidon, how are you doing? Oh, I love your last name. I'd like to know what it means, and I also want to be sure pronouncing it very right. Grace Imafidon, it's good to have you on this broadcast. Emmanuel, Mr. Emmanuel, how are you doing? Good morning to you too, sir, and welcome to this broadcast. All right, let's move on into the topic of the day, and I hope I have posted the link. Yes, I have posted the link. If you'd like to join the conversation, please do well. So click on the link and come on, let's talk. Welcome to our newspaper review today by Maxwell. Good day to you, sir. How are you doing? It's good to have you on this broadcast. Thank you. Okay, our first paper for today is going to be Tribune. Tribune, we have Why I Won't Campaign for Atiku, and that's by Wike. Brands state campaign vehicles without Atiku's pictures. Nigeria will break if APC wins presidency in 2023, and that's by Obaseki. 42-year-old Rishi Sunak is first Indo to become UK Prime Minister. Ekiti speaker didn't die of food poisoning. Here we have police, US, UK security advisory to citizen being reviewed. Court orders final forfeiture of Dezeni's Abuja homes and cars. Flood, give me prevention plan in 90 days. Buhari directs minister. Sometimes this man come off as a rather Lagos government alerts residents of Ikoyi, VI, Lekki, Ekpe to lagoon backflow due to high tide. Over 400 people homeless in Kogi communities. Pandef set up committee to help victims in Niger Delta. Oh, well done to Pandef. Father breaks 8-week-old son's hand for disturbing his sleep. Gunmen kidnap driver, 10 passengers in Benue. Smugglers kill customs officer, injure 3 others in Kwara. three brothers, one other in court for beating a Moteco official in Ondo State. Third quarter, UBA's gross earning hit 608 billion naira, reports 12.3% growth in profits. 10,296 Nigerian trained doctors now practicing in the UK, and that's from NMA. Says country experiencing its worst brain drain in history. Now, these are the things that we need to begin to talk about. Federal government to incorporate UTAS. Peculiarities into IPPS within 3 months, and that's from Accountant General. Okay, then these are conversations that we need to be having earnestly. The brain drain that is currently going on in Nigeria now. Yes, we know that we all want to live and we are all looking out, stretching out for greener pastures. But then again, if each and every one of us leaves, who is going to build the country if we are not ready to fight? I mean, we just want to go and rip off where all the people, all the youth, all the professionals have fought for their country and they are, enjoying it now. And that's where we just, can that just not be the norm or be associated to Nigerians anymore? 10,296 Nigerian trained doctors. And now, if you look at what it costs for you to be trained in Nigeria as a doctor and what it costs overseas, you'll see that the government has played a huge part. Yes, they have. All of this might just not be going on right and the way things are supposed to, but everybody running away. And NMA has been crying out. We have, according to NMA, we have just 24,000 doctors in Nigeria right now. And even the 24, the government are even supposed to be pampering this 24,000 that we have left. But look at, when you read the news, you hear that they are owing them 2 years, 2 years allocation allowance that is yet to be paid, or something that they agreed on during the COVID for frontliners. The government are even yet to pay those ones. So at this, you're trying to talk to these people. Then when you even look at what the government has put in place for these doctors, you are also very discouraged. And that's why I say that the people that work for the government, the presidency, that works for governors, their aide, their media aide, their spokespersons, it's really a tough job because you barely have what to even work with, even when you want to lie. I will move on. We'll see what other story is there to take. Then we have to talk about Buhari coming out to give the doctors, to give ministers 90 days. That's saying 3 months for them to come up with a plan. 90 days for flood that has been happening. This is not, it's not like it started last week or 2 weeks ago. This has been in the news back to back, and you are coming out to address the flood. You are not even coming out to address the people of Nigeria. You're addressing us through your media aid. What could possibly be keeping the president from addressing us in a time like this? Could it be that the person that writes his script for him is yet to compose something heartfelt? Because I don't know what else would stop him from getting in front of the camera and addressing the people of Nigeria. He is taking international trips, a president. Other countries are even sympathizing with us, and our own president thinks using his media aid to talk to us right now is about the way to go. I'm telling you that this flood issue is so terrifying. Last week Thursday, it rained heavily. Now, I was just sitting down at home and I was watching the water rise above where I park, above the tire level of the car. And I saw people running around with, backing their children as much as they could. And that was actually a very terrifying sight. And in that moment, I started thinking, where do I go to? Where do I park my family to? And all of that. And now there are people who are actually in this situation, in situations where flood has covered their houses, and the president would address Nigerians through his media aid. And we have a presidential aspirant who could just disappear from the scene and they say that he's going to rest. And the people of Nigeria are coming out to partake in 1 million, 5 million man march for this same person. Okay, I just feel that each and every one of us, we also need to be very responsible with the flooding that is happening in Nigeria. We don't talk about it enough. What are we doing to help people? We shouldn't wait until your brother is, your direct brother or your direct cousin or relative is affected. I just read out 5 places. Someone posted a video yesterday, a video that has now gone viral of the water level on Third Mainland Bridge. So now imagine if that happens and they with how dark the clouds are right now and it rains, what's going to be the fate of people? Are we all going to sit back, going through the internet and all talking on the internet and water will come into our houses? How many of us can actually swim? Now, I'm not even talking about some pool water. I'm talking about how dirty the environment is. So you're having overflow from gutter waters from everywhere. Now, this is what we are talking about here. When you say flood, I don't know if you think that there's some clean water coming. Even the beach is polluted, it's messed up. And this is you and I. This is done by you and I. So what are we, when we say the flood is coming or there is flood, I hope you know that it is flood that comes with dirt, that comes with physics, that comes with where people stay to pee, how we do not take care of our environment. Now, you can try to imagine the number of sicknesses and diseases that this would give to people. And we are talking about over 10,000 doctors are on exodus outside of the country. The few ones that are here, we already have a lot of things plaguing these people. We have plagues, we have diseases out here already. We are praying that Ebola does not break out again. There is still COVID, there is lesser fever, there is all of this is out there, and then there is going to be this one too that is caused by you and I. Hello, Mr. Kana, you're welcome to the broadcast. It says, until we accept that this person parading as Buhari is not the real Buhari and begin to ask what are the reasons for the deceit lies, only then we will begin to understand why this person has been so. Then there is the question of this, and you ask, what is going on in Nigeria? Why won't everything that is going on in Nigeria be going on in Nigeria? And then there is a question of if the president is even the president. So like, who people just sit down somewhere and say, okay, the people of Nigeria are fools and we are going to treat them like the idiots that they are, because how can the president of the country be, some are saying it's dead, some are saying it's not dead, and what? How many countries are having to go through this? And with the people of Nigeria, we've become so complacent. It's almost like we don't care. Every time we are catching cruise, and we are going to keep catching this cruise until the flood comes and just sweeps us out of our lives. We're talking about flood that overtakes. How many people have cars that is higher or that are higher than their buildings? We are talking about floods that are taking over properties, and we are cruising on this as usual. And we are having a president who does not even give a two about us. He's addressing us through his media aid in a time like this, but he's taking international trips. Mr. Buhari, President Buhari. Mr. Van Maxwell, good day. Welcome to the broadcast.
Thank you, Sister Emma. Good morning to you. Good morning to our listeners and those in the comment section. I would like to use this opportunity to say, please come in. Let's discuss these matters that are so present to us. Sister Emma, the president issued, 90 days instruction for his lieutenants to provide him with prevention plan on how to solve the flooding. The flooding, did it start today? Did the flooding start today this has been occurring. This issue has been there. It was Shehu Shagari of blessed memory that started something, at least, to build that buffer dam called Dassenhausen Dam in order to curtail, to save most of it. That man was a civilian. This one that came in and toppled him, 1983, 31st December 1980, stopped the construction of that dam that's supposed to prevent what we are experiencing today. And after that, all other successive governments did not see it, reasons to do that singular preventive measure that could have saved these situations today. I saw P2B in a canoe. I said, that building, the canoe was just in a par with the rooftop of that building. That is to tell you how you can just imagine the feet above sea level from the ground to the top of that roof, and where that canoe was. The canoe was just a par with the rooftop of that building. Tell me, if there are people within this area, maybe sleeping, children, women, unable, the people that cannot swim, tell me what could have been their fate today. The inefficiency, the irresponsibility of a government made people to lose their life. And what they are scoring, what they are putting on their scorecard is nothing near the number of people that have died as a result of this issue. It is a shame. And I will also blame the Nigerian people, because it's like when you look at the news, or these government commentators or communicators, when they come out, they will tell you, only 2 people died, few people sustained injury. Even if it is 1 person that died, my brother, it should not happen. It should not happen. It should not happen in the first place. Why must you are being elected, you are elected to protect and save lives, but you are there giving us account, few people this, few people died, and you are happy to give us statistics of people that died because of your irresponsibility.
All right.
The Nigerians themselves should blame themselves. And if you permit me, will you blame people running away from Nigeria? What do you want them to do? Sister Emma, people are looking for places where they will get, they will be remunerated in line with their hard work. In Nigeria, do they pay you a living wage? It's a death wage. That is what they pay you in Nigeria. And when people complain, carry placard to go on the street to complain, they kill them. So what other way do you want them to? What do you want them to do? If you have, one man, I think was it a pastor? He said, if you don't have passport, go and look for passport. These are realities, Sister Emma. These are realities. Nigerians are not happy. They are living because they want a better life somewhere else.
All run away. Should we all run away? Would that solve it?
Of course, you see, there are people, we have individual differences. There are people that cannot stand, and there are people that...
Maxwell, if everyone gets a passport and run away, would that solve the issue of Nigeria? It's a yes or no.
No, the problem is that even when you want to exercise your civic responsibility or civil disobedience towards the policies, the ugly policies of the federal government of Nigeria, they kill you. What will you do?
All right, Mr. Maxwell, I would like to move on. I'll come back to you, please. All right. Okay, so Wiki has come out to say that why he is not permitting any billboard or campaign material carrying a poster, carrying articles, is not permitting articles based on it. He said article came into the state and, allied with enemies of the state, in Wiki's words. And those are the people that he decided to use on his presidential campaign council list. And that's how can he come into the state and not not, or have people on his presidential campaign list and not run it by him, or even ask him, for an input or for a list, but he just went in, he did his thing, and people knowing his relationship with Atiku, they should have reached out to him. But I'm sure this is why Wiki has come out to say that these ones are the enemies of the state, and that's why he's not recognizing Atiku, because they've come to feel that they can have their way in River State without it. And he has said they should go on ahead. He's just going to sit and watch them, do their thing. But this is why it's not like he has not accepted Atiku. He has accepted Atiku. But if this is how Atiku wants to play it, then so be it. We already know Wiki's stand. Before he gets involved in Atiku's presidential campaign council, he's saying that Ayu, the chairman of PDP, has to step down, and that is not being done. And Wike has kept to his stance along with his G5 governors, and so also the party, they've held on to Ayu. So let's see how this keeps playing out in this. Then the tax on 10,296 Nigerian trained doctors currently practicing. I think this we should be having a proper conversation on this. And let's also factor in the cost of education, for those in that field, in the medical field, and the cost of it outside. Look at how the government has helped. How many of them would have been able to practice this course if the cost of schooling or education wasn't, is not at the price that it is right now in Nigeria compared to other countries? And knowing how noble and knowing how much of credence is given to this course, and now we have 10,000, we're left with just 24,000. We're left with just 24. So all of the investments, all of that, what for? In a time where people are fighting for their country, I would expect that some people join hands. Everybody cannot be quick to it's actually so bad that you can't even blame anybody. It's so bad that people are selling everything that they have just to escape all of this madness. So you can't even blame them at this point. And then while you are dealing with that, the next slide that you're having is Buhari telling ministers to give him 90 days. 90 days, 3 months. Who would be alive? How many people would have been dead? Are they waiting for a death toll of a particular amount? That's too much. 90 days is too much. What are they supposed to come up in 3 months that that they didn't think they should come up with, even without the president asking them to think? If you'd like more on that story, please pick up a copy of Tribune. You'll have it there. Nnamdi Kanu, appeal court reserves judgment in federal government stay of execution application. Federal government has come out to say that he is at security risk. Is a security risk to the nation if he is released. And I mean, there was almost a national celebration when the court gave its verdict over this case. And now the federal government coming out to say that this man, Nnamdi Kanu, is a national risk to the country. I keep saying that I think there are 2 countries that, these people are talking about, because this federal government. Okay, if you'd like more on the story, his lawyer, Ozikome, is trust him to be is on it, and he has shown pictures of videos of celebrations that took place in different parts of Nigeria, showing how peaceful and how happy people really were. But these are some of the things that allegations on him. If Kanu is released, he may not be available to face his charges in court because he had already jumped bail before. Kwase urged the appellate courts to grant the federal government's application and not release Kanu. Mr. Mike Ozekome, counsel to Kanu on his part, opposed the application for stay of execution on the grounds that it was a ploy to overrule the judgments of the appellate courts. My Lord should not allow them because it will cause chaos and anarchy. And these are the words of his lawyer, Mr. Mike Ozikume. If you want more, please just scroll down on Tribune, and you'll get more stories from there. Let's see what other story that we have here. We've got most of the stories today would be taken from the Punch, actually. And a big congratulations to Rishi Sunak becoming UK Prime Minister. But what a time to take over this office, because he knows is upon resumption, he has lots of work to do, and best of luck to him. All right, I think this is okay. So we've taken the story on Buhari, and yes, this father in Imo, is it in Imo State? This father that's broke. So the mother stepped out she stepped out to use the restroom real quick, and in just that space, this child woke up. 8 weeks old child, 8 weeks. That's just 2 months old. Woke up to just go pee, left, and in just that space, the child woke up crying. The father couldn't stand the cry of the new baby. The baby's name is Miracle, and kept on eating the child until he broke the arm of the child, or he fractured the arm of the child, which in turn they had to go and they had to take off the hand. They have to take off that. I think that was to the left hand. The man. By the time the wife came back, seeing all of that, of course she raised alarm, but not after the man had collected a phone and locked her in for 2 days, so she will not reach out to people. Now, you don't even know which one is worse. The fact that the cry of a 8 weeks old child would disturb a father. I mean, the old joy and enthusiasm is supposed to still be very intact. What level of wickedness or frustration are Nigerians really truly going through? Because the things that are in the news day in, day out, these things cannot. A lot of Nigerians are actually going through a lot, I tell you. But this one, so yes, there we have that story of the man that broke his 8 weeks old son's hand for crying at night. The mother reached out, and human rights are fighting, but the man is still on the run. The man is still on the run, and hopefully he's being caught and he gets to face judgment. This comment from Mr. Israel says that Buhari wants a plan in 90 days. Folks, that's 3 months, which means a lot would die. And until the plans come out, Nigerians, you are on your own. APC government, una well done. Those 24,000 doctors remaining will soon japa, oh dear. And from that 24,000 remaining, there are thousands, whose tickets are ready, that they are gone already, and we are even still counting those ones. We'll move on to the next paper. Our next paper is The Punch. On The Punch, we have US terror alert. Atiku Tinubu Obi demands security beef up, rejects campaign suspension. PDP Labour Party tax security agencies on supporters protection at rallies. Police issue advisory, asks parties to fortify campaign vendors to forestall attacks. We are on top of situation, Defence Headquarters and DSS. No cause for alarm, APC, PCC. Floods, Buhari demands action plan, Bayelsa gets donations. Nigeria loses 3 million oil barrels monthly, and that's from federal government. External debt rises to $40 billion under Buhari. On ASU, federal government to modify IPPS in 3 months. Designing for fit Abuja mansions, luxury cars to federal government. 10,296 Nigerian doctors practicing in UK, NMA laments. Contraband seeking soldiers kill Ogun businessman, mob lynches officer. Tanker explosion grounds Lagos Ibadan expressway, 2 dead. And this week, this is the second time this week that we are having explosion on that Lagos Ibadan. It's almost like the lives of Nigerians now mean nothing to the government. It now means nothing, because once you put in place structures that are supposed to curtail these things, anybody that goes against it is supposed to be dealt with. It is not everything that people should be able to pay their way out of. And I think that's why Nigeria is as lawless and is in this place. By the time you commit a particular crime and you know that there is no going out of this, you know that you are pay for it dearly, you know that your business, your company would be closed down, maybe then people will begin to hire people, they will begin to take in safety measures when they're hiring people. They will begin to look out for the mental state of people before they hire them, knowing that as you go out, you're representing the company, and anything that you do, is going to tell or come back to the company. Because this tanker explosion, this one losing control, the roads being bad, and then when you even look at the matter, everybody has a huge blame in it, so nobody gets to call out anybody. They just go away with it, because all of these fire incidents, who is being held accountable? The people whose lives are gone, whose properties are gone. What is being said to them? Sorry, or insurance takes over and that's it. That's it. They don't see to it that it doesn't happen again. Then it keeps happening. It happens again and again and again, and nobody's saying anything about it. We'll move on to another story. And Desani. Talking about Desani, federal government or the courts as ruled that properties. Now, the two properties are located at plot 185 Mohammed Mahashi Street and number 6 Aso Drive in Abuja, Ibro, Asokoro, and Maitama District, respectively. And these properties are valued at $2.7 million and $380 million. Ha! Mama di mama. The luxury cars are a black BMW saloon and also a black Jaguar saloon, and they are both valued at 36 million naira. Okay, those properties are being had to be forfeited to the federal government. That's the story on Desani. But this is one woman, and it has taken them years. But while we are looking at this, then the presidential candidate
Stemma, we are losing you. We are losing you.
Good morning, Mr. Van. How are you? Hi, Bugatanga.
Yeah, Bugatanga is good.
All right.
We are losing system at this moment. We are losing. Maybe the technology, the internet system over there is something.
You know Nigeria very well. You should not be surprised.
Exactly.
Yes. Yeah, Mr. Van Maswell, I think Mrs. Iman is having a problem. So looking at what she has just said so far, if you look at what it is now. Oh, well, I think she's back now.
I think
Mrs. Iman, you're back.
Okay. Apologies. That was the network. Okay, so I was saying that Labour Party and PDP has come out to tell the police, the federal government, that they should beef up security and that they would not be suspending campaigns, rallies due to the security alerts from the US and from the UK. And now the police are also telling the parties that they should beef up security at their own rally venues to forestall attacks. Now, at this point, it is at the end of you people that are going out to rally. You have to look out, you have to pay attention to details, because I don't understand how parties are calling out to police to beef up security, and the same police are telling the parties, just imagine, the same police are telling the parties that they should beef up securities at their own rally venues. Okay, that's as much story we've taken. Okay, yes. Then the military. Some military men went to look out for contraband. Went to seek contraband at this warehouse. Now it is usually NDLEA or excuse me EFCC that or the customs that they expect at this place. But these soldiers who got a tip and they decided to go in their uniform I won't say to oppress, but that was not their duty to go and seek for contraband. Well, they went there, and while they were, trying to have a talk with them, or try to also sit up or harass them. I won't say harass. Nobody goes to harass a military man in their uniform, but go to charge them up that why are you people here? What are you doing here? This is not your place. You don't have license to come and operate here. One of the brothers who went after one of the military men on their way out with the contraband shot the man in his head. Now this irritated the people who were there, who saw what happened, and they went on to pick a naval officer who was not even part of the raid. This naval officer was just on his own. They got him, and just jungle justice happened on him. They beat him until they killed him. Now that's the story on the contraband seeking soldiers that killed a businessman, but they went on to kill some other person in anger. Now that's about the story. We'll take one more paper and we'll move straight into submissions. If you're just joining, welcome to our newspaper review, and thank you for being here. Welcome. All right, let's take this one real quick, and that's on Daily Trust. Troops nab Boko Haram kingpins in Abuja and Kano. Tight security at government offices in satellite towns. FCTA orders CCTV in public places. Police launch counter-terrorism exercise. Police launch counter-terrorism exercise. Residents ask government to be proactive. I mean, with this government, you just have to beg them to be proactive. National Assembly can't prosecute corruption cases, and that's by Lawan. Islamic Development Bank approves 788 billion naira funding for Nigeria. Rishi Sunak takes over as British Prime Minister today. Produce flood prevention plan in 90 days, Buhari tells ministers. Kano, appeal court reserves ruling on federal government's stay of execution. Court orders final forfeiture of designers Abuja houses and cars. 3 suspects supplying sexual enhancers, SIM cards to bandits arrested. So with everything that people are going through that we are even talking about, there is somebody somewhere who is still going to produce sexual enhancers and SIM cards. Okay, thank you very much. This comment by Mr. Kanayo says, there are people contesting to be Nigerian president now who are worth billions of US dollars, i.e. Tinubu, Atiku, and Nigerians know they are both looted. They both looted federal and Lagos state coffers. What did they do? All right. To my panelists, thank you for being on this broadcast. Welcome, and we're ready for submissions. Mr. Van Maxwell, we'll start with you.
Thank you so much, Sister Ma. You see, I would like to say that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu did not jump bail. He was forced to run away. And in the process, there was an invasion in his house that saw over 32, as recorded as we speak now, over 30 people, unarmed, innocent people in that house, dead that day. It was an invasion. And it is only a foolish man that will stay in that place, in a place where somebody is coming to kill you and you remain there. That's that. And to go further to this, a high court in Abia State has vindicated Mazen Nnamdi Kanu with their ruling that he never jumped bail, and that must be put, to bear, so that people will. If you look at the media in Nigeria, nobody is accusing Mazen Nnamdi Kanu anymore as someone that jumped bail. So Mazen Nnamdi Kanu didn't jump bail. He ran away because his life was threatened in his house, and in the process, over 30 people were gruesomely slaughtered in his house. So that is that. And for Nigeria to begin to do what they are doing to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is what I am going to tell to every Nigerian today. If you keep on if you keep adamant to all these injustices that is going on, I have never seen any of the presidential aspirants speak on the injustices that is going on, the federal government is meting out on this man, simply because he chose not to belong to Nigeria, which is never a crime or an offense in the 1999 constitution, no matter how bad that constitution is. But Nigerians keep quiet as these things are going on. They did it, like I said before, they did it to Ezezaki and his people. Over thousands of people were killed in Zaria, irrespective of whatever they did. They did it to Sunday Igboho. They did it to Mazi Nnamdi. Nobody spoke. Today, you see the same government releasing terrorists that has maimed Nigeria, caused shortage of food, displaced innocent people on their ancestral home. Nobody is speaking. We only gloss over it. But if care is not taken, it is going to reach everybody. And when it begins to reach everybody, I believe that is the time Nigerians will begin to speak up. Thank you. I'll have to leave it there for now. Thank you and God bless you.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Vine. Thank you for your submission. If you're just joining, please do also like this broadcast. Thank you and welcome. Brother Nice, how are you doing? Good day to you. All right, so I think we'll have to move on to Mr. Machiavelli. Mr. Machiavelli, good to have you on the broadcast.
Thank you very much, Ms. Emma. Good morning to everyone. Good morning to you as well, and good morning to my fellow panelists. And
yeah, Ms. Emma, I'm here.
Okay, you want me to allow him then?
Brother Nice, welcome. Please just.
Okay.
Brother Nice. All right, just give him a.
Yeah.
Please.
Okay, I should let Machiavelli continue, right?
I think that's what she meant. Oh, well, I will just quickly leave my summation, and you can take over then. Well, from what you've read so far from the newspaper, Buhari, demands 90 days. He wanted 90 days plan from his, ministers. 90 days, like I wrote there, is 3 months. And if you look at it, a president who's demanding 90 days for a plan to come out, that's 3 months. So before then, the Nigerians who are in that jeopardy now will remain like that. No plan for them. So until we develop the plan, some are going to die. That's just a fact. A lot of things are going to get damaged. That's a fact. So until then, this person will just hold their hands until they come up with a plan. So Nigerians are the ones that is going to suffer. That is why I wrote that, Nigerians are on their own. The APC government. Now we don't know. You see, when you don't have a proper plan or how to manage the country, that is what happens. Does even the minister have a plan? They don't even plan. They don't. And let me tell you, Nigerians are going to be on their own. That is just a simple logic about it. Nigerians need to develop their own plan. And this is why we all must wake up. It's very crystal clear now. You are giving 90 days. It's not for you to put an emergency plan to say, we must get it done before anything. It's giving you 90 days. Just count from now to 90 days, 3 months before you know what is happening. Election come, is gone. See you later. So we are still going to be swimming in that ocean like that of the Bermuda Triangle. Who do us like this? And the doctors, the 24,000 doctors you said, that are remaining in the country. Let me tell you, he said a hungry man is an angry man. Do you expect that 24,000 doctors to stay? Now, everyone that is living here understand how important the health sector is into an economy.
Really,
now,
Mr.
all these countries...
Should we all run away? Should we all run away?
Yeah, well, the answer is no. The answer is no, but you have to understand that the situation we have in Nigeria right now, they don't have a choice. This is the thing. They don't have a choice. We don't pray for that. It's our dear country. That is why we're crying. Because all these countries, the Western countries, the likes of United States, the likes of the UK, the likes of Australia, New Zealand, and co, they need these people very much. I bet you when these people just say we want to leave and go to other countries for greener pasture, these people don't want quantity. They want the quality. They will come and pick these people up because they know they are going to be vital in their economy. So they will pick it because the highest job force needed by these Western countries, they are the health sectors, doctors, nurses. Just imagine the 24,000 remaining. They will jackpot. Because if our system is good, you are giving them their basic amenities, what they need for work, and you give them their regular salary. Will they leave? This is the thing. Will they leave? They won't leave. Let's just be frank. The thing is, we need to tell the Nigerians what the reality. It's not about showing them the back door. We need to tell them the reality because this is what these people tell us. Don't worry, everything will be fine. Look at the intelligence that you talk about now. There's intelligence coming, whether it's going to be false or not. Depending on the way the situation is in our country, the insecurity has been enveloping us for quite some time. And there's intelligence coming out from the other countries that, hey, look, something is about to happen. Let's say, God forbid, we need to take it serious. This is another disaster now. We are trying to put a plan in the next 3 months. People are dying. The counterintelligence that came in, what are we doing about it? Whether it's a hoax or whether we are going to call it I don't really count anything as a hoax. As a country and as big as Nigeria, and as the most Nigerians are very, very educated. They understand what it is. When there's something like this, it's a threat. We don't consider it as small. We need to raise our alert to make the people aware of what is going on. How do we fix this thing? How do we stop this plan coming? We need to be hearing that from the government. This is what we are putting in place. Even if you are not telling us, we can visually see it. Let's take an example. It happens to the West. You think they are going to take it serious? They are not going to take it serious. Before you know what is happening, you start seeing different things on the street. Measures. You see, they don't even come to tell you that something, but you see it in their action. This is what Nigerians want. There's a flood something going on, and the president is telling you to give him the minister to give him a plan in another 3 months. How much do you have left in office? Oga, let's reason up well. Nigerians know now get sense, so that's why I talk and reach. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Machiavelli, thank you very much. I honestly, I got really, really vexed in my spirit when I saw that comment by the president, asking the ministers that have, if they had something in their head to offer, does he not think that they would have brought it forward? 3 months and people are dying and the flood is just dealing with people. People are losing out on properties now. Let me just give you a mental picture of what I witnessed, right? Maybe you have an idea what I'm talking about. You're just sitting and you just see what are coming. I mean, that's it. So the other time in the news, I read where this story had that these people were sleeping and the flood came, and immediately another person, he saw the flood, but just before he could, evacuate with his family, the flood submerged them, and that's how they all lost their life because they couldn't swim. Now, this is how it is happening in most places. This is how it's happening.
Mrs. Ima, just to chip this one, Mrs. Ima. Sorry about that. Just to chip it. For Nigerians to understand how it is. Now, 2 months ago or a month ago, there was a hurricane in the United States. Hurricane. Before it, you can see that the meteorologists are already tracking the hurricane, where it's heading to. They were giving awareness to the citizens. Please leave. They were building shelters for them to leave. See, these are what we are talking about. See, now that this thing has come now, What shelters are you going to provide for them? Like they need basic amenities like clothes, all these things. What are you giving to them? Food. How are you going to make them safe? Okay, now we are going to put you here. We're going to house you here for this month. We are going to try and see in the next 2 months how we are going to clear this thing to make sure that you go back to. There's no assurance. There's nothing like that. That is why I told you before, you want a speech. When this guy will speak, when this guy will give you a speech, you will become speechless. There is the thing now. So what is the thing that Nigerians want? They just want somebody that will just take care of them at this present time. But they don't mind, they are just busy doing their campaign. So which means they don't care about you. Simple.
All right. All right, Mr. Makabeli, thank you. Let's move on to Brother Nice. Brother Nice, welcome to the broadcast. Let's have your submission.
Yeah, thank you, Ms. Ima. Sorry for the interruption.
Brother Nice.
Yeah.
I beg you. Let me. Sister Emma, you are complaining of what the president said, but listen, Cameroon government informed Nigeria before the flood that their dam is going to be opened. Didn't they inform NEMA? They did. What did they do? Lackadaisical as usual. I say they are irresponsible, they are incompetent and clueless. They don't even have the spirit or the interest of Nigerians at heart. Simple.
All right, but a certain minister came out, I'm trying to get his name here, and said that Cameroon did not even tell Nigeria before they opened the dam, that they just opened the dam, but the flood is not even, it's just 20%, from that action, that it's more from nature, from the rain. That was what that minister came out to. But Nice, please go on with your submission. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so very much, Ms. Ima. Greetings to the panelists and the people in the comment section. Yeah. First of all, let me touch on Mr. Nnamdi Kanu's issue. The way I analyze that issue of Mr. Nnamdi Kanu, that decision for the federal government not to leave Nnamdi Kanu is politically motivated and is tribalistic situation. You understand? If it was a Fulani man that was in Nnamdi's shoes place, I think the very day that court grants that freedom to Nnamdi Kanu, if it was a Fulani man, that man would be free without no interruption immediately. So those are the reasons why we are telling you that tribalistic politics, that is what is killing Nigeria. And this thing is not going to stop. Thing will bring somebody that is not a tribalistic person into power, that will see all Nigeria, no matter your ethnicity, no matter your tribe, no matter your religion, that will see everybody as one Nigeria. That is the only way Nigeria will move forward. You understand? Tribal issues is still the problem we are dealing with in Nigeria. That's just for Nnamdi's case. It's because Nnamdi Kanu is a tribe, someone from another tribe. He's not a Fulani. That is why the man is still hold head there. You understand? That's just the reality. That's just the truth. We need to say it the way it is. So about the flooding that we are talking about, the federal government now, they are trying to defend themselves. They said the last statement that I heard, they said it was not from the dam of Cameroon, that the water is not from the Cameroon's dam. You understand? Now somebody just said now that one minister said that the Cameroon did not alert them of the dam, that they want to open their dam. So federal government has trying to defend themselves of their failure, of their inability to handle the situation. So they now see that they don't know what to tell Nigerians. They are trying to defend themselves. That is what is happening right now. You know, so the moment we understand that we don't have government in that country, it's better for us. Nigerians should start doing everything to make sure that they fight for themselves. As for since Buhari has been in power, the government is not active. We don't have government. Nigerians are on their own since 2015 to date. Nigerians, they are on their own. For now, the inefficiency of our government, I cannot explain it. You understand? I can't explain it. It's just crazy. Even this country, where is what is his name? Which country? The name of this country? I forgot the name. Somali. Somali government is more active than Nigerian government. As for now, Somali government is more active than Nigerian government. A country where is a lawless country that is a lawless country. So I don't know what to say. Inside this catastrophe that Nigerians are passing through, I just heard those state governor said they just flag up their campaign that if they burn any hoodlum, where they should come and disrupt their campaign. Their campaign is more important to them than Nigerians. Than Nigerian that is a victim of this flooding. Their campaign is more important to them. You know, so that is the kind of Nigeria. Okay, look at what you just said. The DSS, the Labour Party went to complain to that they should beef up security for them. DSS is telling Labour Party to beef up security for themselves. What does that tell us? They are not telling the Labour Party that you people are on your own. You should beef up security for yourself. You are on your own. That is what they are telling Labour Party.
Can you even imagine that?
Okay. That message is not only to Labour Party, it's to all Nigerians. You people are on your own. You should beef up security for yourself. That is what they are telling you, full Nigerians. The most weakest and the stupid administration that I've seen so far is Buhari government. They rule on deceit. Buhari died. For me, I will not. Since 2012, I will never expect Buhari to be active, because a man that you see that is a lifeless human being. He cannot talk. He cannot walk smart. He don't have strength. Do you think that kind of man can even run around to solve the problem of Nigerians? Somebody that just inside Aso Rock is sleeping. He don't have any strength. Then people are calling his name Buhari every time. Somebody that cannot take care of his own home, you think he's going to take care of Nigeria? And people are still clamoring for another old man that is sick, that is running to UK every second. You know, Nigeria is a big problem. I'm telling you. And these people now, to take them away from power, it becomes a problem. To do their job when they are elected is a problem. You see that we are in big problem in that country. And old men don't want to leave power, but when they are dead, they are sick. They are busy treating their illness. You see. So this thing, I tell you the last time I said this situation passed my power. They don't want to eat. They don't want to let one eat. That be the situation with this. So DSS that have power to hold the Nnamdi Kanu hostage, but they don't have power to secure the life of the people of Nigerians. They are telling the people to beef up security for themselves, that they don't have the strength to do that. But if they want to harass somebody now, Yahoo boys now, you will see their strength will come from nowhere. Thank you, Miss Ima.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. All right. Okay, I just wanted to take out a piece, read out a piece to each and every one of you. So the minister I was referring to is Suleiman. His name is Suleiman Adamu, and he is Nigeria's Minister of Water Resources. And he has said that rainfall and not excess water from Lago Dam in Cameroon is responsible for the flooding ravaging various communities across 30 states in Nigeria. Please remember that we have 36 states and 30 are going through flood. I'm not talking about it's not the typical the areas being flooded, not the typical kind of flood that we have back here when it rains. I'm talking about flood that is submerging people's homes. People's homes. Flood that people are dying in, of course, because how many people can swim? I mean, if the flood is going to subdue homes, you can imagine how tall or high up there the flood is. All right, let's move to the next person, please. Who else do we have here? Mr. Chooks. Mr. Chooks, thank you for being on this broadcast. Okay, we'll move to Mr. Chimaobi. Mr. Chimaobi, good day, welcome to the podcast. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mr. Chimaobi. I'm sorry. Your network, please try back in again. I hope that helps, but network is static. Mr. Chobuzo, how are you doing? Good day to you.
Yeah, good day, Emma. How are you doing, everybody listening? Good day, everybody. Um, I just came in now. I didn't even know the headline of this story. Please, can you highlight me, please?
Okay, we are talking about the flood right now, and the president has addressed the issue, but through his media aid, and he has come out to say that he has given ministers 90 days to provide solutions. That 90 days means 3 months, and until that 3 months, the flood will keep taking the lives and properties of Nigerians until 3 months. That's something.
Okay. No, I got it now. Yeah, you see, the type of administration that we have in Nigeria is an administration of uh, 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 you know somebody that we elect as the president who cannot be able to be there for the people. The only thing he have to do is to give order does not have any effect. You see, so I look at that man as a junkie because he's not consistent in what he represents. How can you go and send people to go and give order that you don't even know the gravity of what we are talking about? You can go there and see for yourself and know how to adjust. That is how a leader assess anything they want to do. He doesn't want to assess anything. He only send the errand to those people that is not going to have any effect on the ground. Well, I don't blame him because right from time he never be I never liked the guy right from the time he is a military because his leadership up to today is what affected Nigeria from 1984. He took power till date. Right from that time is when Nigerians start having problems. All his order got not effective. Everything that he does is all about infecting Nigerians with problems, you know. So it's a very bad initiative, and what he's going to do there is to now pump in money and give it to his Boko Haram people to go and go and buy more weapons instead of using it to go and help those people that is in need. Don't forget that 1983 or thereabout, when Shagari was in power, these are the people who initiated the dam to be built. He came to power and stopped those projects. That to show you how his leadership has set Nigeria back. His leadership it's not fruitful leadership. He's just setting us back. He doesn't know anything about administration. What he's there is just to give order that doesn't have no effect to Nigerians. So I don't believe in him. and I will never believe in him until he leave power. You know, Nigerians are dying. You can see the gravity of those floods. That is something that I never think that will happen in Nigeria, even though it does happen in days, but the gravity of it now, how are you going to compensate those who lost life? How are you going to compensate those who lost property? You know, if like Nigeria is an advanced country whereby people can be able to insure their life and property, then they will have something to hang on. Look at the gravity of the damage that flood have damaged to Nigerians. Now, coming to the Cameroonians and say that no, we alerted Nigeria before they release the water. I don't blame the Cameroonian, because definitely there will be an alarm. This is a country-to-country policy. Before Cameroon will release such thing, they have to alert Nigeria. Definitely there must be an alert. They cannot just go there and do it, because they know the consequences. They know that if at all they release that water, it will cause a lot of damage to Nigerians. So definitely they alert Nigerians, and Nigeria turn blind eye, because this is a leadership that never take any order, take any advice. You know, when you tell them something, they will not take any effective on that. So what the Cameroon people did,
Minister of Water Resources, Minister Suleiman Adamo, the current Minister of Water Resources, said that although there is an MOU that states that Cameroon would notify Nigeria of when they want to release them every year.
Complete lie. You know, you can judge for yourself. I don't even want to go far. You can judge for yourself.
Finish the news, Mr. Chibuzo. But they said this year that Cameroon did not inform Nigeria. They just went on to release the dam, and it was quite a struggle to even get them to sign that MOU to start with. It was a tussle, but this year they did it. But they've also come out to say that the water that was released from Cameroon is only 10% of part of the flood right now. That's it's more of the rain and the dams in Plateau and Mambila. That these ones are our own problem. That these ones are floods from Nigeria. That that is just circulating around the country. That's what the minister.
Those things are complete lie. It's not today rain has been falling in Nigeria. You've been in Nigeria all your life or part of your life. You see the magnitude of rain that is coming in Nigeria. We never have this kind of catastrophe before. So what they are telling you is just to romance their government so that nobody will put blame on them. Okay, let's say Cameroon release 10%. Who will pay for these damages? Can they hold Cameroon responsible to pay the damages they caused? Because that is what Nigeria is supposed to do. Because they're supposed to go to Cameroon. Cameroon have to pay Nigerian damages if at all they release that water. There is no time to say that no, it's a natural disaster that caused all these damages in Nigeria. I never see such a thing. Even though there's a flood, it never happened to this magnitude. So Cameroon have to be held accountable. But if Cameroon notify Nigeria before they do this, they release that water, there is no time to say that no.
All right, sorry about that. Please round off your submission, sir.
Yeah. So if Cameroon allowed Nigeria before releasing that water, then the Minister of Water and whatever you call them, what is their impact? What did they exercise during the time of the warning? They still keep the blind eye and send the deaf ear. Don't mind this government. This government is all about lies. You know that the government is all about the lies and lies. Then we just want Nigerians to believe in their lives. There's nothing have worked in this government. The only thing that I know the government have done very, very well is to improve the insecurity in Nigeria, make sure that Nigerians are getting killed. You understand? That's the good thing they have done, to kill Nigerians. Anybody who is listening to Nigerian story can tell you that Nigeria never get better than 40 years before. Nigeria has been bad to this government. Everything they are doing is lies. They don't mind them. They need to hold accountable for this. Look at people are dying, lost their property. Who will compensate them for that? You know, If at all it's Cameroon need to pay the compensation. We don't need to romance anybody, if at all. But if the government knows about this, government also need to be held accountable. You know, we mustn't blame it in a natural disaster. They know what is happening. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Joseph Orji, good day to you, sir. It's good to have you on the broadcast. Please, 2 minutes.
This is my first time. First and foremost, I've not been able to super chat for some time now. I don't know what's going on. Every time I try to get involved with the discussion, it doesn't let me through. I don't know why. For the past 1 week, what's going on? I don't know. Has my subscription expired? I don't know.
Okay, probably that's an option you might want to consider. So you could check it and see to it that you're still on here.
Okay. Let me just speak towards regarding the flood. The Nigerian government should stop blaming Cameroon. They should stop blaming Cameroon because so many years ago, President Goodluck set up a panel, a committee regarding the flooding. And so far, so good. You had Dangote and one other lawyer as chairman of that committee regarding the flooding. Lawyer, I've forgotten he's from Delta. I've forgotten the name of the lawyer. And not up to today, nothing has happened about that committee. And the problem is the River Niger and River Benue and all the estuaries. They all need to be dredged. Once a proper dredging is done, definitely it will ease all this flooding here and there in all those areas. The problem is the dredging. Nigeria needs to dredge all their riverine areas. It all needs to be properly dredged. And besides, the government itself, the country will benefit from that so that even big vessels, commercial vessels could come into all those areas. And it will create a situation where you have things will not just be concentrating on Lagos. And through that dredging, even Port Harcourt need to be dredged. They need to be dredged. And other ports here and there, even the one in Onitsha, they need serious dredging so that big vessels, could come in and do a proper commercial work there. So that's the problem we have. If a proper dredging is not done, flooding will continue in all those areas in Nigeria. A proper dredging needs to be done. That's so that the water will find its way, we're able to settle down rather than drifting into the hinterland. Even the one affecting Lagos, that Sanwo-Olu is not concentrating on. All those areas, Ogun River and all the rest of it, they need proper dredging to stop K2 and other areas being overflowed. Even the one happening in Lekki, they need proper dredging. Once it is properly dredged, water will find its way. Rather than going into the hinterland, it will find its way to settle properly. And that's just the solution to all this nonsense. And you have the president zooming in, going into North Korea to do what? There is serious problem in the country. And you are leaving Nigeria to go to North Korea to go and do what? We have flood in Australia. Flooding has happened in Australia. The Australian Prime Minister went to the spot, went to all those areas to commiserate with them, and then declared the whole place there was an emergency in Australia. And the same thing is happening even in America. I don't know what is wrong with this man. The other time, a few months ago, Abuja was, what's it called? The brigade guards in Abuja, they were attacked. Even some of his soldiers they were killed. Suddenly, he was off to some country in West Africa, going to lecture them about security. It's like this man don't even care. I don't understand. Buhari don't even care. I don't understand this man at all. So it's just Nigerian situation is very annoying. All this whole thing is very, very annoying. If you find any here in London, in UK where I'm living, if there's any problem about flooding, you'll find the Prime Minister visiting them. Everybody will be fidgeting. All the ministers will be fidgeting. And they will be showing concern. And before you know it, money is being voted to help relief material. Everything is the whole cabinet will be alert. Even in Nigeria, they don't hold here in this country such a situation. They will be holding a Cobra meeting. Cobra meeting means where all the cabinets, there are certain ministers who are particularly about security and other issues. They will be holding meeting, be sitting to help the populace. Nigeria is a sad situation. Oh, I'm telling you, Nigeria is a total sad situation at all. It's like you have people in government who are not concerned. And at the end of the day, we keep going, all these people who are going to church, praying here and there. I'm not even sure God will ever listen to any Nigerian prayer. I'm telling you, because all of us are, all of them, they are all bloody sinners. How can God listen to you when you don't even think of the populace? You don't even think of your populace. Yeah? People here in this country, they wake up every day, cabinet ministers, government, prime minister, they wake up every day thinking about how to better the lives of their people. If there's anybody God will answer their prayer, it will be these people here in the Western world, not all these devilish floods in Nigeria. It's really sad. It's really sad. And we keep voting them in. We keep voting them. This same silly Asiwaju say he done Lagos. Go and see what is happening in Abule Egba now. The whole place is flooded. He said the whole place is flooded. During the he train in what's it called, Lekki. People from Lekki who works in Victoria, they can't even go to work. All of them, the rain, the flood kept them in their various homes. And you say you've done Lagos. It's a shame, you know. Whenever I see all that youth rally the other day, was it on Saturday for Tinubu Asiwaju, I was sad here. I was sad. Youth marching for Asiwaju. Jesus Christ. Where have they been living all this while? How can you be marching for such a man? This is somebody he has turned Lagos to his personal pocket. He's running if anybody dies in mortuary now in general hospital, all the general hospital in Lagos, he's the one running the general hospital, the morgue. His wife, if you want to bury your dead body in Lagos Ikoyi Cemetery, the Volts Cemetery, his wife is the one running it. If you want to open a market stall in Lagos, who are you going to deal with? His daughter. The son is the one dealing with billboards. He's the one running the son, Sheyi, is the one dealing with all the billboards in Lagos. Otherwise, he has given them instruction. Both PDP, Labour Party, nobody is allowed to use the billboard. It's like Labour Party and PDP now. The only way they can is like unnecessary struggle to even put your poster, to stick your poster, to display it in Lagos Street now. It's like guerrilla warfare. It's not right at all. It's totally, and this is what INEC should call out all this nonsense. They should call them out. What is happening in Lagos is really terrible. It has never been like this. It has never, even in the past election, it has never been like this before. It's totally terrible. It's terrible. I'm just this is my first time of coming into the panel, please. I'm not happy at all. I'm totally not happy.
Thank you, Mr. Joseph Oji. It's really good to see you for the first time. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone.
Yeah, good morning.
Right there. I'm very happy that you've been one of our dedicated supporters here. You say it, I raise. You speak for those that cannot actually speak for themselves. I'm going to support you on some of your statements here, especially those of us that live in Africa. I can say that we are the problems of ourselves. We are the one creating this problem for ourselves. When we in the diaspora fighting for them, and at the end of the day, they are the one collecting, what do we call it, money from these politicians here and there, you know, hoping that they want to, many of them, to be honest, I don't know how to describe them. They want to eat today and forget about tomorrow. Upon all this fight that we all are fighting right now for Nigeria to become a better place, I can still categorically let you know that many are still collecting money from these satanic leaders, especially APC and PDP. How long are we going to continue like this? There's this video circulating right now on social media by one of our idol brother, MC Casino. You know, that video makes a lot of sense, which I would like us all to watch right now. Maybe that might put sense into some of us, because this is one of the reasons why we normally say that share our videos, because we don't know who is watching. We don't know who is about to take some negative steps. But watching our video or listening to people like our wonderful panelists here or reading your comments might change their minds. Please, let us watch this. Before that, Ima, how are you doing today? Good morning to you.
Good day to you, Mr. Niger. I'm fine, thank you.
Good, good. Thank you very much. I appreciate every one of you right now. The comment section is a quick one. I just wanted us, some of us might have seen this video, but it's good to put on a public space, you know, so that others can see that this is what we all are doing. And at the end of the day, we are going to suffer later on. Let's watch this together. Thank you.
Now, shut up. That strike will strike all of us. We are members of a Nigeria Movie Makers Table. Okay. See, Chairman, we have a membership strength of over 2 million around Nigeria, around the 36 states. Exactly. That is good.
I want to support you, Chairman. Our support is for you.
Yes, when you do support and you do like this, I know nothing goes for nothing.
You say so. You know
not too much. Sniper. Sir. All the movie people, entertainers, give them 20 million.
Too much. You see the follow.
You can go see Sniper. Chairman. Mobilize your members, eh?
Serve our members.
Honorable. I greet you. Sagacious. Honorable Macho. Let me quickly go straight to the point. I'm the president of the Elders with PVC Association.
Oh, that's good.
Now, my share now I can collect to mobilize the old people.
70 years old man.
Sniper. Give Papa 8 million to share for his group. Honorable, may you live long.
Leader, the past leader. Honorable, na super. Of the greatest Nigerian students. Greatest of the decade. Honorable, I am Comrade Victory Akungowa, representing the University Student Forum. And with me I am Comrade Uwaifyoku, representing the Polytechnic Student Forum. Yes, sir. And we are here to show our support to you, Honorable.
I know why you are here.
Yes, sir.
We all know why you are here.
Yes, sir.
During election, we know what to do.
Yeah.
Sniper.
Sir.
You know students are much.
Yes.
Give them 20 million.
Oh! That's the Honorable!
No.
Honorable!
Follow him.
Oh! Honorable! The Honorable the chair! Our leader! Able leader!
It's okay. These are my men.
Yes.
These are my rugged men. I know why you are here. Sniper.
Sir.
I better give them the full Ghana must go. Give them the full Ghana must go. They will shoot Ghana.
Honorable!
These are the armed forces, the democratic armed forces that will do it.
Well, I'm the leader of the consigned Ashawo in politics. Don't worry. We'll give you like 1 million votes from here in Lekki and even in Benin.
So Ashawo in Nigeria is more than 1 million.
We got your back. Don't worry.
Plus or minus 3 million.
Everything. Don't worry. We're solidly behind you.
Ashawo got my back.
This is
interesting.
No, we're always for you.
Yeah. You can. You will not go today. Yeah, you need to prove a point. Take her to the abattoir. And give her 5 million when she's going for the Ashawos. This is interesting.
We're going to scatter everything.
What is ragamafias?
We're going to scatter everything. They suffered not too much.
Honorable, you don't recognize us? We are members of Nigeria Movie Makers. Continue. You promised us an entertainment village.
And I also remember me giving you guys 20 million naira. The filmmakers and otherwise. Now listen to me.
you guys will remain the way you are. Listen to me. The 20 million I gave to you guys should go and use it to build entertainment village, your mother village. If I hear pen, hey, take them out of here. Sir, we are not happy. We are not happy. On behalf of the university students, we are angry. Sir, we are quiet. No, sir, we are not quiet. Keep quiet. See, we have been on strike for over 6 months. Yes. Our students are done rotting away. You promised us something and you are doing the other thing, sir. Now, shut up. That strike will strike all of you now. That strike will strike you. Will strike you. You don't know students will be on strike when you came to my house to collect. Sir, this was not the promise. This was not the promise. Take them. Get out. This was not the promise. You promised. Sir. But you now stop to the collect money for politicians through election. So I be mumu. But that was the plan. What is the plan? That you take my house to collect 50 million naira in election. Shut up. What's the keep quiet? I have banned Ashawo. The thing that you promised us, I'm tired of it. Don't you remember me? I will deliver you. And I deliver your money to you too. Oh, it's not money. I will voted you in. I paid for the vote. Oh, you are honorable point of correction. Oh, you did not pay. I paid. You did not pay. You dashed me money. It's 8 million you dashed us. I gave you 20 million. Honorable, were you not here? It's 8 million you dashed us. Listen to me. You will continue in poverty, in pain, and in penury. I have paid you. I have settled people. All the money I spent was 30 billion naira. I have to recover my money. That will give plus or minus. For now, I'm still recovering my money. But I don't know why politicians are so greedy and tricky. You people will remain in pain. You people are so greedy and tricky. You people, the followers, are so greedy and tricky. No, you say you love me. That's why you dashed me. No, you said you love me. That's why you wanted to vote for me. I don't love you. I don't love you too. I wanted you to take care of this country. The people are the cause of the problem. You're the cause. It is the people. You're the cause. You are the cause of the problem. Okay, how do you want to collect that money from me? Some of my family are hungry. No, it's not about taking money. You today hurry. We are just shouting. Political arguments. You understand, so? Honorable Lao, please, I beg, you know say me na old person. 8 million will you give me that I don't finish. Continue. Even now track me there for protest. You understand, so? Honorable, if na 5,000, I beg, my change, Lao. Affliction shall not arise the second time. Thank you, Papa. I will be your burial. I go swear for you. I will bury you. I go swear for you. I will come to your burial. I spent 30 billion naira in this election, and the people collected it from me. For now, there's no development for them. 2023 elections are here again. Collect money from us, we will also not work for you. Heaven will not fall. And even if heaven decides to fall, it will fall on the taller ones first. Thank God I'm even short.
All right, my people, I understand some people might not understand what that stands for or what that's all about. I will explain a little bit. You know, for me, when I saw that video, I was very, very impressed because these are the things that we all are doing. In fact, even most of us that have a media platform like this, many of us are doing these things. We come on air to advocate for one candidate or the other. In the other way around, they have paid us. And we start deceiving some Nigerians, or rather, I would say gullible Nigerians. Listen, whatever we plant today, we shall reap. That's one thing about life. The suffering in Nigeria is affecting every one of us, not just one person. It's affecting all of us. We cannot continue like this. Please don't sell your vote. Go collect your PVC. Encourage, especially those of you watching us right now, encourage your people, your community, the people in your community, your members of your family to go collect their PVC. A lot of us have registered for this PVC. Now it's time to encourage people to go collect the PVC. Without PVC, Peter Obi not go win. We should say it how it is. I don't want to labor in vain. Some people are right there. Oh, million march, 10 million march. No problem. Peter Obi already win. It doesn't work like that. You cannot expect satanic APC and PDP to fold their arms and let you take power away from them just like that. Certainly, they are going to fight back. So we need to stand firm. We need to encourage ourselves to go collect our PVC. Start doing it right now. Don't donate to our platform to do it for you. You can do it by yourself. You call your family members back home all the time. Encourage them, especially this time of Christmas.
Before you send any Christmas money or whatever that you're going to send to empower anybody, put a condition to it. Tell them to show you their PVC before you can encourage anybody. Thank you very much, my people. God bless you all. Ima, over back to you.
All right, thank you for that play, Mr. Niger. It's good to have you on the broadcast. Thank you very much. If you're just joining us, welcome. Thank you for being on here. Please do also like this broadcast, share, and invite someone onto the broadcast. A big thank you to Dr. Gomez. Dr. Gomez, thank you, Mfuneba. Everything I do just very okay. Thank you for being on this broadcast, and thank you for your donation. Please do want to support us by clicking on the $ to the right on the comment section. Please take our time to support us. It costs a lot to run this broadcast, and say we did try. Yeah, so please take our time. Thank you very much. Thank you to each and every one of you, my panelists, for coming on here. Mr. Joseph, thank you for your time on here. It was good to have you, and I hope to have you join our panelists from time to time. Thank you very much. All right. Mr. Vine Maxwell, please, you have just 1 minute to give your final submission. Please, just 1 minute. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and God bless you. God bless you. People bless everybody here. I'm Dr. Gomez, Alex Gomez. I say good morning to you from Bolgatanga, the upper eastern part of Ghana. Nigerians, I would tell you, the two hands you have in your hands, in your body, choose the one that fits to be placed under your head. If you like, collect money. If you go suffer when the time comes. And remember that the person that is giving you that money is not a Father Christmas. Before he develop anything or build dam for you or complete that dashing Hausa dam, he must recoup all the money he has, he or she has made. Thank you, and God bless you.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Vine. I wish you a really, really good day. Thank you. Mr. Chubuzo, please, 1 minute.
Yeah, anyway, there is nothing much we can even talk about this dam of a thing. I always tell you that we need to talk about the solution, how to put Nigeria in a correct order. The only thing I have to say is there is nothing this present government can do. They have all failed, and what I know that they can be able to do, because this government, what's the name? APC, all promise cancelled. That is all the meaning of APC, all promise cancelled. And you can see they have cancelled all the promise. So now they have cloned themselves again, come back in a different form, try to salvage from those uncivilized Nigerians for them to vote for them. And this time around, I believe that Nigerians are more smarter this time than before. So what happened is I encourage every Nigerian to shine their eye, make sure they vote wisely, because these people have put us in a bondage which we are not going to escape from now until this party go down. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Chubuzo. Enjoy the rest of your day. All right, Mr. Joseph, it is really good to have you on the broadcast. Thank you and welcome. Please sort out your subscription. Please always check and see to it that that you have subscribed to our channel, and do also turn on your notification bell. Mr. Alge, please, in 1 minute, kindly give your final submission.
Thank you very much, Emma. Thank you. I greet all the fellow panelists on the program. I greet you all. What I will say, the only thing I will just say is that we should just double all our efforts. All those people living in diaspora, including me. What I've done so far, I've sent messages to all my brothers. I come from a very large family, even including all my in-laws and my father-in-laws, all of them, wherever they are, even those ones living in Jos, everybody. I've told all of them, you've been collecting money from me all this while. Now that I'm sending another money, please, I was saying it verbally, both text messages with costs, raining costs on them. If anybody use my money after taking my money and you don't go and vote for LP, I told them Nemesis will catch on you guys. I want all of them because I come from a very large family. So I do send money to them. And I know December is coming now. They are all planning, there are plans for me to send money home. Even those who are gainfully employed, who are contractors, they are still collecting money from me because I'm their big brother. So I have to be dishing money. So I've already warned all of them. They need to get involved. They need to get involved, even in their various churches where they are attending, get involved and make sure you ask people to vote. But the news I'm getting from those ones living in Lagos and Jos is very encouraging. They said, yes, the campaign is going on well, and a lot of people are obedient, both in Jos and in Lagos. I'm getting a good feedback. And they even told me all those rallies for Tinubu, a lot of people are being manipulated. And at the end of the day, all of them are saying, well, we will attend, but who says we will vote for him? So don't worry, all will be well. By God's grace, all will be well. I think we shall all be victorious. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Joseph Moji. Enjoy the rest of your day. All right, Mr. Collins. Mr. Collins, how you doing? Please, you have 2 minutes.
Oh, you are going to give me 2 minutes. Okay, thank you. Good day, everyone listening. I don't have to say much. I think everybody have made their point. Even the last speaker have made the point. Even Niger watched the video he played. I watched that video. Even I watched another video that Macron did. You understand? Because when you're asking for something, you're not looking for tribe. But when it comes to election, you start talking about tribes. So those things are messages. So it means for people to understand what is going on in Nigeria. For a couple of times, remember I told you that the reason I stopped coming because when I saw people in Nigeria doing much for Tinubu, I begin to ask myself, as in, let me put it in language that everybody will understand. Who do us, as in, who really do this to Nigeria, as in, who really did this to Nigeria? I think people really need to be checked, as in, check if they are really functioning. Because if somebody that is functioning can't be behaving in this manner, how can you see what is happening? You saw what is happening in Nigeria for the past 7 years. Not only that people are dying, there are people that hunger is killing people. People can't even afford for a living. People can't even feed themselves. Insecurity is everywhere. Look at the flood that is happening in Nigeria. Buhari went to South Korea. What are you going to South Korea to do when your country is under a siege?
North Korea.
So what are you going there to do? You have an important thing that is happening in Nigeria and you left your country. Even all these places that these things have been happening, Buhari haven't one day visited any state. At least visit, okay, even if you don't want to visit the state, Buhari having, you know, every time they keep writing something, Mr. President said this. Have you come out on television and, you know, sympathize with your citizens, you know, give them that hope? That I haven't saw. If anybody have seen the video, that person should send it to me. So, you know, when I look at, I think the problem, we are the problem to ourselves. I say Nigeria, I already have stopped blaming politicians. The biggest problem that Nigeria have is the citizen. Until the citizen change their mindset, that is when we get this country. If we choose to remain like this, we are not going anywhere. We are not going anywhere. So for me, I just have to leave it there. So until we citizens change our function, the way we think, the way we reason, we are not going anywhere. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Collins, and it is good to have you on this broadcast. Enjoy the rest of your day. Mr. Chooks. Mr. Chooks, how are you today?
I'm fine. Good morning. I thought you forgotten me. Yeah, good morning, fellow panelists and everybody watching us. I don't know where to start because I think you are closing by this time. But I just want to make a little contribution. I had someone saying Cameroon should be held responsible for damages. I'm sorry. Cameroon is a sovereign country. Nigeria is a sovereign country. You know, if you have agreement with Cameroon, all you got to do is make sure that you keep your own side of the agreement so that when they fault, then you can do that. I mean, if Cameroon have to just alert you that they are opening their dam, what are you gonna do about it? All you got to do is to evacuate people. Did you build any dam to support the one that is in Cameroon so that when they open their own. You open up your own to drain the water inside that dam. Did you drench any sea? So I don't know why we should be coming here to talk about Cameroon. They can lie all they care. You know, if your president tells you that it's the houses, it's not the dam that is opened in Cameroon, I don't know why we're even arguing it. You know, even if Cameroon open it without telling us, you should care for us first before you start taxing Cameroon and whatever. You know, he is in South Korea enjoying himself. That is the kind of people we elect to govern us. It's not their fault. Okay, we are shouting it now. Do the right thing. Yesterday I got angry with some people, you know, in Nigeria who I was trying, a student for that matter, you know, who I was, you know, telling to make sure they go to the market, they go everywhere to campaign. I've told them, you don't come anywhere near me, you know, if you fail to do your duties, because I'm not here to slave for you. Okay, so it's kind of coming up again. The same attitude Buhari is showing us now is on their card, especially the APC. It's on their card right now, you know, and we are here discussing it, begging people. Are we even supposed to beg these people? I get it where Mr. Niger Watch is coming from, but we are not supposed to beg these people. We are not there to suffer with these people. It's getting me angry because when I spoke to students, I made it clear to them, because you don't know what you're doing. They kept you at home for 8 months. You did nothing. Now it's an opportunity for you to change the country. You are still there, waiting for people to come and beg you, even though people have been begging you for long. You know, I come to Nnamdi Kanu's and the rule of law. This is exactly what we're saying. He might tell you this, and every Nigerian that is listening now should know this. The problem with Nigeria is when it's happening to somebody, we feel it is not our problem. It happened to Dasuki. Nobody cares. It happened to Zazaki. Nobody cares. Now it's happening to Nnamdi Kanu. It's happening to him because nobody from beginning ever cared. Everybody's just going on their own until these people will swallow us. This is not right. We are saying this because I'm sorry to say, right? There will come a time. There will come a time when people will decide. I'm just hoping they don't decide before this election, because what is happening? If the Southeast says today they are not ready to participate in this election, I will support with 100%. Because every Nigerian should stand up right now and do the right thing if they want the election to be successful. We cannot hide under anything to say this. Because if the Southeast refuse to vote, or these people refuse, the people who wanted to vote, the election is gone. I am telling you this. If the Southeast doesn't vote en masse in this election, forget it. The LP is not going to do nothing. I am saying it. So it is time for everybody to get up and pressure these people and talk about this. Let us not keep hiding away from this. This is the real issue. Anybody who is interested in this election should lend their voice to leave this man. If you listen to his lawyer, Azakome, he said this will bring peace to Southeast. This will make people to come out with joy to vote whoever they want to vote. And I agree with him. It's not fake. We should stop doing this. Let us, when it happened to one person, let us come together and fight for that person. I'm not saying this because it is in Nnamdi Kanu. I'm only referring this right now because it is going to cost us this election if care is not taken. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Trooks. Thank you. It's good to have you on the broadcast, and you do have a lovely day. Mr. Joseph Oji, thank you also for your donation, and thank you. We see your new your membership card is out here on display. Welcome. It's good to have you again with us. Thank you, and thank you for your time on here with us. Thank you for your donation. Thank you also to Dr. Gomez for your donations today. God bless you both. Thank you very much. It's good to have you on the broadcast tonight. Good to have you on the broadcast. Thank you for being here. And also to Mommy Diaspora, thank you. Dearest Mama Osakuvo, thank you. Kingsley Ojiaraki, thank you for being on here. Thank you very much. Bella Naomi, thank you, Mother Bella. It's good to have you on the broadcast. Thank you to Oziegbe Wilfred. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Thank you for being on this broadcast. Thank you to each and every one of you. Yes, and Mr. Kisley, thank you for your donation. God bless you. Thank you so very much. Thank you. Thank you. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you to each and every one of you that has taken out time to participate with us on our newspaper review. Please do want to follow us on all of our other programs. Michael Okere, thank you for joining this broadcast. Kanayo Moweta, you were very engaging, then you disappeared. Thank you for being on this broadcast. Israel Asemota, thank you, sir. Gracie Mafidion, thank you, Vi Maxwell. Thank you, Emmanuel Nosayawe. Thank you so very much for being on this broadcast. Thank you to each and every one of you. Oh dear. Thank you. Please do want to join us on. We have a broadcast currently running. Do want to join us on the one real quick to continue with the conversations. Thank you very much. Please join already. Thank you very much. We'll be ending this broadcast, but we have another one just right after or currently going on. So please do want to join in. I'll see you tomorrow. Yes, I'll see you tomorrow. So until I come your way, please do want to stay safe. Yes, thank you very much. Bye for now.